This leaked, that leaked, wasted time, bugs. Hi all, I'm Dallas from the Traction eRag, and today we're going to talk about that motorcycle and the idiosyncrasies that we've found over the last few weeks of riding it. Straight from the factory. That's some attention to detail right there, eh? We're not typically a bike review channel, but we're doing it for a very specific reason. We're considering adding some dual sport bikes to our fleet in 2024. I want to show people that we host more than I can show them on a bike that has a limited range. It's like a track meet. If there's going to be a failure in this motorcycle, we would like to know sooner than later. We know that we can accelerate the weaknesses in any motorcycle when all of a sudden we have 3 in the control group instead of 1. It should take 33% less faster time than 66%. I don't know if that makes sense. Now we found things. There were 3 of us. It was Chuck Harder, myself, and Aquaman. Aquaman is one of our eRag guys who likes to be out front. Very first thing that occurred was it was leaking oil. So there you go. It was leaking from the top of the banjo bolt on the, if you're looking at the bike, it would be the right side. It was weeping oil. It was dripping. You know, the oil was clean and fresh and there no dust or debris had accumulated. This was also a motorcycle that was built out of the crate and I don't think was ridden up to that point.
Something that I don't normally see on Chinese bikes. Quality control markings like that over there. All of these, you can see that they have the little dots. I don't see it on every fastener, but important ones like the brakes. Stuff like this over here. Rotor bolts, axle nut, swing arm pivot, rear brakes. Actually, there's a lot of them.
The banjo bolt was a bit loose and it was weeping oil. I guess you could argue it was a Kove problem if you wanted to talk about quality control. If you've been buying motorcycles and dirt bikes for a long time, you will understand that it's important that you go over your new motorcycle, any new motorcycle, just to make sure that the technicians put it together correctly. We're blaming Chuck Harder. Chuck Harder. for overlooking the banjo bolt nut. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to turn this into a gambling channel. And we're doing exclusively dogfighting. We're going to call it Canadian backyard dogfighting. These 3 can go at it, and then you can gamble with us. And that's how we'll fund the channel. Had been out for almost an hour and we noticed that there was fuel. At first I thought it was oil or coolant, but there was fuel pouring down the inside of the fairing and we didn't understand what was going on.
Oh yeah, it's pooling over here.
It's pooling?
Yeah, look at it all coming out of the...
Oh man. What is going on?
Oh shit, look at how it's pouring. Shit.
After some inspection, and of course we had Chuck with us, so we have like a Red Seal mechanic along for the ride. He quickly determined that it was leaking out the vent. Him and Aquaman figured that out pretty quick. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the fuel leaking out is due to the venting. I had an issue on mine when I was riding the demo for a week. I'm sure they'll fix it, but I just had to be careful not to pinch the vent lines. Fair review. There are a couple of variables in our situation.
Yeah, because you monkeyed around and changed some things.
Yes, a common mod that's out already is to remove the charcoal canister. I've removed 2 of the charcoal canisters. Now, what I did not ask about is whether I should remove the check valve. It has a little check valve. And I did remove the check valves, and perhaps that was a mistake. It could well have been. We had 2 different fuel leaks. Number 1, I hadn't snapped in the fuel connector on the bottom on one of them, and I just basically snapped it back together, and then the fuel leak stopped. And the other one was we filled up a bike all the way, and then when we were going downhill, fuel was coming out of the vent line, and because there was no check valve or charcoal canister or anything like that, I think that was related. That one started leaking fuel, so we just took some fuel out, and that solved that problem.
Oh, you're not going to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
This dyed fuel tastes worse than regular fuel.
Brought to you by...
There's the stars of the show right now. They made their appearance. Lou Blanc from Quebec, Canada. That's Kaya in the brown. She is from Belgium directly. She even has a passport. And in the black, we have Jet, the newcomer, young and insane. We're riding these bikes like they're enduro bikes. So we're in 2-track, we're in some single track, we're here and there and everywhere. The annoying thing that happens when you turn the key off is the ABS settings on this motorcycle are set back to default, which is the front and the rear ABS gets turned on. Now that's annoying.
No. ABS.
F.
Front's not so bad, but this bike allows you to turn both of them off, which is super cool. But the default setting is when you turn the key off, then it turns both things back on. So every single time you have to go through this process. It took us 15 seconds, and that's not a long time, but 15 seconds is annoying when you have to do it 25 times in a ride. You need to do this every single time you turn off the motorcycle. I think Aquaman discovered this. When you press the button...
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
The kill switch and leave the console on, the settings don't go back to ABS. So we all got into the habit of pressing, right in, stop for a T or a break to figure out where we're going next. And then what we'll do is we just press the kill switch and leave the key on. When we were doing that, we all started getting the same error on our motorcycle on the console, which was overheating messages blinking at us. And we're like, oh shit, because these are new bikes and we're super cautious and we don't want to blow an engine. So is the coolant leaking? Is there not enough oil? Like, what's happening? Why is the engine overheating? And it's blinking at you. So it's freaky. Aquaman immediately suggested that it was heat soaking.
Heat soaking.
The thermostat, or the coolant's no longer flowing, and all that hot is coming off the engine, and the thermostat's freaking out. Right.
Yeah, and you can verify it. See, mine's doing it right now. If I start it, immediately it's already done.
Oh yeah, mine too. Yeah, I didn't even start mine. All I did is I pressed the red button and it stopped it right away.
Like some kind of a glitch.
Yeah, sounds like a glitch. I did the same thing, but it won't do it again. It must be when you kill it with the...
Mine's doing it right now.
Right, and what did you do?
I killed it with the red button.
Right.
So let's see. It's already on. Or like it's already
It's
stopped.
flashing? Oh no, it's recovered.
It
yeah.
stopped.
Yeah. So it stood out. We talked about it. We tried to figure it out. But over time, we realized what it was. I think it's just a software issue. Like when you come in and you stop the bike and kill it with a kill switch but leave the key on, it gives you a heat warning. And we could reproduce that every time, even when the bikes weren't really running hot. So we're pretty sure it's just a software bug.
Call now and get the ultimate Y2K survival kit.
Which is, it's a software bug. It's not mechanical, and that's what really matters. If you own a Kove or if you know about this problem already, please chime in the comments. We would love to hear. Everyone watching these videos is doing their best to consume enough information about this motorcycle to have an educated opinion or guess at whether it's viable for their situation or not.
It's 2 a.m., January 1st, year 2000. Power's out. It's pitch black. You need light. If you planned ahead, you'll have one of these.